very good morning to everyone. How are you all? Yeah, good. Good. Yes. Do you all remember what are the topics which we covered yesterday? Yes, correct. Yesterday we covered numbers. Yes. What are the numbers are they? Yes. First we start from natural numbers. The numbers starts from 1 is called natural numbers. It starts from 1 and it goes on. That is 1, 2, 3. Likewise it will goes on. This is called natural numbers. And then what is whole numbers? Whole numbers starts from 0. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. Likewise it will goes on. This is called whole numbers. Today the topic which we are going to cover is fraction. This is called fractional number. Yes. What is this? Fractions. Do you all know what is fractions? Yes? Yes. We have two numbers. That is one number at the top and one number at the bottom. That is called fractions. There are different types of fractions. So we are going to see about what is fraction and then the types of fractions. Yes. First of all, we are going to see the definition of fraction. What is fraction? Yes, fraction is a part of a whole. We have one whole object. In that we have many subdivisions. So if we split that subdivision, that is called fractions. A fraction is a part of a whole. It represents one or more equal parts of a whole object. For the whole object, we can divide many partitions. In that, one or more equal parts of a whole object is called a fraction. Usually, we will denote a fraction by two numbers. That is, one at the top and one at the bottom. In the middle, we have one line. That is a bar. That is called fraction bar or a division bar. See, here I gave you one example. That is 3 by 4. 3 is the numerator. The number which is at the top. 3. The 3 is presented at the top of the line. That is called numerator. The number which is present at the top is called as numerator. And then between you have one line. That line is called a fraction bar or a division bar. This line is denoted as a fraction bar or a division bar. Yes. And then you have one more number at the bottom. The number which denoted at the bottom is called denominator. We usually call it as denominator. So how will you represent the fraction? One number at the top, middle you have one line and one number at the bottom. The topmost number is called the numerator and in between you have one line, that is fraction bar or a division bar. And then below you have one number that is called denominator. So in this way only we will denote the fractions. So what is a fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole. It represents one or more equal parts of a whole object. That is called fraction. And then you have two numbers. One at the top and one at the bottom. In between you have one line. That is called fraction bar or a division bar. Next. Yes. I gave one example here. That is fraction is also part of a set. We can say that a whole object is also as a set. Yes, this is a set. In this set, you can see how many bottles are there? Yes, good. There are 4 bottles. In that 4, 3 bottles are in what color? Good. That is 3 are in red color and 1 is in green color. So 3 by 4. 3/4 of the bottles are red. In this way only we will denote the fractions. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles are there. Yes. In that 4 bottles, 1, 2, 3. 3 are in red and 1 is in green. So how will you denote in the fraction? 3 by 4, that is 3/4 of the bottles are red. You all understand, children? Yes, good. Here, what is this? Yes, pizza. You all like pizza. Good. Even I too like pizza. See how many pieces are there in the pizza? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yes, in this pizza there are 7 partitions are there. So we can split and give to 7 members. You all like pizza, right? Yes. Now see. Yes, in this pizza how many pieces are there? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here 1 we took out. Yes, right. One pizza came out from the total pack. So what is the fraction for this? 1 by 6. How we will denote the fraction? The part which we took out, no, that should be in the numerator, and the total part, the whole object, that should be denoted in the denominator. So here the fraction part is 1 by 6. Yes, is that clear for you all? Good. Now we are going to see the types of fractions. Now what is this unit fraction? You all know what is unit. Unit is a term which usually denotes the number 1. Yes, unit fraction denotes usually the number 1. Here, the fraction which has 1 as a numerator is called a unit fraction. That is, here in unit fraction, all the fractions will have one number in the numerator, and you can have different types of numbers in the denominator. That is called unit fraction. Here see, I gave some examples for you. That is 1 by 3, 1 by 7, 1 by 30. Here you have only 1 in the denominator and you have different numbers in the 1 in the numerator and you have different numbers in the denominator. This is called unit fractions. So in unit fraction usually you have to write 1 in the numerator and you can have different numbers in the denominator. Now I'll say some few examples also. Here 1 by 3 is 1 by 4 is also a unit fraction. 1 by 8, yes, this is also a unit fraction, because in numerator you have 1 and denominator you can have any number. So 2 by 3 is a unit fraction. Yes, good. 2 by 3 is not a unit fraction because 2 is not a 1. 2 is not a unit fraction. Yes. Like and unlike fractions. Yes, first, like and unlike. What is like fraction? Fractions which have the same denominator are called like fraction. Here you have to see the denominators. That is, in denominator you have only the same number, right? 4. Here also 3 by 4, 5 by 4. But in numerator you have different numbers, that is 3 and 5. Fraction with the same denominator is called like fractions. You can have whatever the number in the numerator, but in denominator you have the same number for all the series. That is called like fractions. And then unlike fractions. Fractions with different denominator are called unlike fractions. Here you can have, the example is 2 by 3 and 1 by 5. Here there is no condition for this. You can have whatever the numbers in the denominator and any number in the numerator. No condition here applies. So, but in like fraction, the denominator or all should be same. But in unlike fraction, there is no same denominator and numerator. You can have what are the numbers, different numbers in the numerator and different numbers in the denominator. So, you all now understood what is the difference between like and unlike fraction. In like fractions, you should have only the same denominator but different numerators. But in unlike fraction, the denominator and numerator should be the different numbers only. So, this is the difference between like and unlike fractions. Next. Proper fraction. A fraction with the numerator is less than that of the denominator is called a proper fraction. What they are coming to say is, the definition denotes that a fraction in which the numerator is less than that of the denominator, that is called proper fraction. What is numerator? The number which is at the top. What is denominator? The number which is at the bottom. So what they are coming to say, numerator should be always less than that of denominator. That is, the numerator number should be less than that of the denominator. Here I gave one example, that is 2 by 7. Here 2 is a lesser number than 7. Is it so? Yes. 2 is a lesser number than 7. 7 is a greater number. So, here denominator is a greater number and numerator is a lesser number. This denotes 2 less than 7. That is called proper fraction. Usually in proper fraction, how you will represent? Numerator should be less than that of the denominator. That is called proper fraction. And then second fraction, what is that? Improper fraction. See, in improper fraction, a fraction in which the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator is called an improper fraction. What they are coming to say? A fraction in which numerator should be greater or equal to the denominator. You can have greater number than the denominator or the equal number. Both the numerator and denominator must be same. That is called improper fraction. Even if you have greater number in the numerator and lesser number in the denominator, that is called an improper fraction. If you have the same number in the numerator and denominator, is also called as an improper fraction. The example for that is 7 by 2. Here 7 by 2. Yes, 7 is the greatest number. 2 is the lesser number. So here numerator is greater than that of denominator. And then one more rule is applied here. Here the numerator and denominator must be same. So let me consider one example. 4 by 4. Here numerator is also 4 and denominator is also 4. So both the numbers are same. So that is also called as the improper fractions. Yes, now you have all a clear idea about this, what is proper and what is improper. Improper fraction, the numerator should be less than that of the denominator. But in improper fraction, numerator should be greater than the denominator or it must be equal to the denominator. This is the difference between proper and improper fraction. Is that clear for you all? Yes, good. Now we are going to see one more fraction, that is called mixed fraction. In the name itself you can able to understand it is a combination, that is mixing of numbers, mixed fraction. Here the definition is a mixed fraction is a sum of a natural number and a proper fraction. That is sum. What do you mean by sum in mathematics? Sum is the term which we usually use for addition. So adding of numbers, that is called. You have to add the sum of natural number and a proper fraction. Now you all came to know what is proper fraction. Proper fraction is in that numerator should be less than that of denominator. Am I right? So in proper fraction, you have to add the natural number and the proper fraction. Then you will get a mixed fraction. This is a combination of natural number and a proper fraction. When you add together, you will get a mixed fraction. The example is 2 1 by 2. Here 2 is a natural number, that is 2 whole sets. Let me imagine that we are having two circles here. One circle and two circles. So two circles, two full circles, and the third circle, it's a half circle, it's a semicircle. So two circles, and if you add these two circles, you will get two circles. Then 2 is a natural number and 1 by 2 is a proper fraction because 1 is less than that of 2. Yes, in proper fraction, numerator should be less than that of denominator. So 2 plus 1 by 2, it will give 2 1 by 2. That is called a mixed fraction. Here you can see the 2 is a natural number, 1 by 2 is a proper fraction. So addition of this, only you will get the mixed fraction. Now we will see some few examples for unit fraction. Now for unit fraction, 1 by 3. Is it a unit fraction? Yes? Yes children, yes. This is a unit fraction because we have 1 in the numerator and different number in the denominator. So this is called unit fraction. And then one more example, 1 by 8. Is it a unit fraction? Yes, 1. The numbers which have 1 in the numerator and different numbers in the denominator, we usually name them as a unit fraction. Good. Now we see for proper fraction. Yes, for proper fraction. What is the definition for proper fraction? The number which is a numerator should be less than that of the denominator. Yes. Now, can anyone say the example for proper fraction? Yes, good. 2 by 7. Is it a proper fraction? Yes, because here the number which denotes in the numerator is less than that of the denominator. 2 is less than that of 7. That is called proper fraction. One more example. 3 by 8. Is it a proper fraction? Yes, because 3 is less than that of 8. Yes. So 3 less than 8. So these two examples denotes it is a proper fraction. How will you confirm whether it is proper, improper or mixed? By the numbers which given there only. The numerator number is 2, which is smaller number than the number denotes in the denominator. So 2 by 7. 2 less than 7. Then it is called a proper fraction. Now we will see one example for improper fraction. Yes, what is improper fraction? What is the definition? The numerator should be greater than that of the denominator, or it should be equal to the denominator. Yes. Now, 8 by 3. Is it the improper fraction? Yes, because 8 is greater than that of 3. Yes. Now, 8 is greater than 3. So, this is an improper fraction because numerator 8 is greater than that of denominator 3. And one more rule is applied for improper fraction. What is that? Whether numerator should be greater than the denominator or it should be equal to the denominator. Yes, let me consider the example 4 by 4. Here you have the same number in the numerator and the same number in the denominator. So, that is 4 equal to 4. So, both the numbers are same. So, this is called improper fraction. These two examples denotes the improper fraction. Now what is mixed fraction? Mixed fraction, what is the definition of mixed fraction? The sum of natural number and the proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. Yes. What is the natural number? If we can take an example, the natural number is 2. Sum of proper fraction. Proper fraction, the numerator should be less than that of denominator. So 1 by 2, that which is equal to 2, 1 by 2. This is the example for mixed fraction. We see one more example, that is 3 is the natural number and you have to add the proper fraction. What is the proper fraction? 1 by, let me consider 1 by 4. Now, how you will write this? 3, 1 by 4. Yes, so these two examples denotes the mixed fraction. Now you all have clear idea about the unit fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction and then mixed fraction. Now we are going to do one activity regarding this. I have many flowers and triangles and ice cream sticks over here. So here there are 4 baskets are there. Okay, in this baskets you have to drop the fractional number according to the fraction. Okay, now I'll see. Here this is 7 by 2. Here what is the fraction on this? 7 is greater than or lesser than 2. 7 is greater than 2. Then this is called improper fraction. Where is improper fraction basket? Yes, it is here. So we will drop this into it. Yes, good. Next, what is this? What this triangle denotes? 2, 1 by 3. What fraction is this? By seeing this itself, you can able to identify this is a mixed fraction. Good. So we are going to drop this into a mixed fraction basket. Good. You all understand, right? Good. Next. Yes, what is this? What this flower says? It is 1 by 5. By seeing this number itself, you can able to identify that. Yes, 1 by 5 is a unit fraction. Now you can see where is the basket for unit fraction. Yes, it is here. So we can drop this into this basket. Clear, children? Yes. Now what is this? 6 by 5. What fraction is this? 6 is a greater number than denominator, right? 6 is greater than 5. Then what is a fraction? This is an improper fraction. Where is improper fraction basket? Yes, we can drop here. I have few more examples also there. Yes, now see. 3, 1 by 5. What is this? This is a, by seeing this itself you can able to identify, right? This is mixed fraction. Yes, we can drop this into a mixed fraction basket. Yes. Now you all understand about what is fractions, right? Yes. Okay children, you do one more activity on this. I'll send it to you in your group. Thank you.